This is a 2026 Chevy Silverado 2500 HD Custom. And I'm going to explain to you why this truck beats Ram's 2500 Black Express really easily. I borrowed this truck from Ken Garff Chevrolet here in American Fork. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys see some of the options and features on this build. And if you would like to purchase it, be sure to ask your Caden. At the very top is the description. Sterling gray metallic is the paint, black interior. And then this is going to be a short listing of the standard features. Be sure to pause to see more. Now, base price comes in at $53,400. And then here are all the options. So the diesel was $99.90. Custom value package was $24.25. But you get a lot of nice features. So remote vehicle start. You get some of the power outlets, second row USBs, rear window defogger, 10-way driver's seat, and a few other things like the easy lift tailgate too. Now this also has the blackout package for $675, so it gives you the black wheels, black steering wheel emblem, tailgate letterings in black, and then black badging, which you'll see here in a second. Adaptive cruise control is a standalone option for $500. Destination is $25.95 for a total price of $69,085. Now most people know that I call this custom Ram's Black Express and even Ford's STX a middle-class truck because you get a really nice exterior on this pickup. 20-inch wheels, painted bumpers, parking sensors are available, but on the interior it's more of like a work truck, right? And the price on it is not that bad. I mean, you get the truck for just under $70,000 before you start discounting, right? So you can probably get the truck closer to 60 grand when it's all said and done, closer. But regardless of that, the reason why this is a better truck over the Ram is because both trucks only come in 3/4 ton, which I think is a big mistake. You can't get them in a 1 ton. However, you guys know that GM gives you a max trailering package, which will actually increase the gross vehicle rating to like 11,750. It increases the rear axle rating out back. And by the way, Chevy already has a higher rating, which you'll see here in a second, over Ram and Ford. So you can get an overbuilt 3/4 ton. So there's really no need for this truck to be available in the 1 ton segment because it's kind of like a heavy 3/4 ton in its sense. But yes, here's what I would like to see from Chevy. You see those headlights? Those are halogen headlights in 2026. Cannot get LED on the custom, and you can get standard LED on that Ram. So I think that Chevy has some work to do, and hopefully not next year, but the following year we'll probably see a redesigned truck, and they'll probably have a more update for some of the features that you can get on the custom. You do have black recovery hooks, a little bit of blackout on the grill. You guys saw that the emblems were blacked out because of that blackout package, right? Independent front suspension, fabric material for the liner up front, and then here are the tires. These are the Goodyear Wrangler Trail Runner ATs LT 275/65/20, which is 34.1 inches in height, 10.8 inches in width, 3,750 pounds of capacity at 80 psi code. Load range E, engine block heater is right there. You don't even have to, option that separately. And I like that GM does that. Here's some lighting too on the mirrors, turn signals, more lighting right here if you're backing up. Blind spot alert. Remember, some of these things are an option too. Now this truck doesn't have any running boards. It's a good looking pickup. I'm telling you, for the money, it's really nice. Now there's no smart key system, but you still have push button start. And then out back, you do have 5 leaves in that main pack. There is no liner. 36-gallon fuel tank, 7-gallon DEF. You have those steps, incandescent tail lights out back. More of that blackout parking sensors. You have a 7 and 4 pin. Class 5 hitch. And there's that spare tire. 342 rear with an automatic locker. Assisted tailgate was an option. Now if you want bed view, you can get that as a standalone option on this truck too. 400 watts of power, bed lights, all LED. And then here's a side view of the truck. So you guys saw this truck had the optional diesel, and if I were buying a custom, I would really consider the gas engine, simply because of pricing. Getting this truck in that $55,000 to $57,000 range is the move. Although I get it, I'm a diesel fanboy, so I probably at the last minute would get the diesel, just saying. And who doesn't like the idea of 470 horsepower, 975 pound-feet of torque? All that power is going to continue to go through a stamp-approved Allison. They came to an agreement to continue to use that name. 15W40 oil, 16-to-1 compression. And remember, this engine has the Denso fuel pump and injectors, which is a lot more reliable than the CP4 that it replaces. Let's go ahead and check out the interior. If GM stepped up their game on this interior, they could really dominate this segment. I think they're the ones that created this middle class truck first because of how they designed the exterior. Now, power folding outside mirrors, auto up and down for just the driver's side, but auto down for everything else. You guys see that 10-way seat? It was an option. I like the seat design too. It has a nice overall like graphic here in the center, and you have like this like dark gray accent here. No telescoping steering wheel, but it does tilt. No automatic four-wheel drive. Electronic parking brake. You can see those all-weather mats. Out back, you still have a 60/40 bench, but you don't have that storage here. Air vents, USBs, seat back pockets, and this is a pretty big cab too. No storage below. There's your engine block heater plug with the grill cover. Let's go ahead and jump over to the passenger seat. Manual seat. And they still give you a rating for a bed camper, so 2,504 pounds of capacity for that. And I'll show you the payload here at the end, as I always do. Grab handle, and this does have the lighter colored roof too. Let's go ahead and jump over to the driver's seat. You saw that this was an option. Here's your cruise control. Remember, this truck does have adaptive cruise control too. Okay, so regular cruise control, and then you can do adaptive, and you just hold down this button here to change that. Now, if I were buying this truck, you guys see here, if you go to settings and go to vehicle, climate and air quality, make sure you have your rapid heat on. That way you can heat the truck up a little bit quicker when you do the remote start. And if you want to disable the buckle the driver or seat reminder, that's under the vehicle. But yeah, a lot of nice features inside of here. Remote mirror folding, so if you turn this on and you lock the truck, the mirrors will actually power fold for you. So you get a lot of nice features on the custom still. Okay, there's a few of the things listed under remote lock and unlock and start. So remote window operation, so you can actually put the windows down with the remote. I like that. And if you go to system, there's a few things that you can change. Display, sounds, apps are right here. So you have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. This menu can be customized too. And here's the camera for the rear, so you can change the line for that. This is definitely a small screen for sure, I will admit. But again, one thing about this truck is the pricing. If you're after price, this gives you that. No heated seats. However, you do have exhaust brake. It's just a single stage. Lane keep assist alert. Okay, you can disable the parking sensors here. You can drop the tailgate, and you can put all the windows down together to traction control, and then some of your power plugs, USBs, trailer brake controller. Here's that center console. Also, if you want to use this for a extra person, you can. Lockable storage under here. If you want to pull this, it puts this back down. Up here, they still provide LED interior lights. No lights for the vanity, but they still provide that too. And you have a little bit of storage up here. And then lastly, this screen. Let's go to the very top. That way you can see everything. So this shows the speed, trip 1 and trip 2. Shows you the fuel range, timer, tire pressure, remaining oil life, air filter life, brake pad life, following distance, fuel filter life, DEF, transmission fluid temp, trailer brake, engine hours, units. You can change that if you like. And then that's like a calm screen, and then back up to speed. Let's go ahead and check out the numbers on the door. Front gross axle weight rating is going to be 5,600 pounds. The rear is 6,600 pounds. Gross vehicle rating is 11,300 pounds. You guys see the wheels are 20 by 8.5 wide. All-in payload is 3,404 pounds for a 3/4 ton. That is really dang good. Curb weight is 78.96, 18.5 conventional towing, 19.1 gooseneck. Gross combined weight rating is 27.5. And then this is why you buy a 3/4 ton, because you can run the tire pressure at 70 psi out back, 60 in the front. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I think this is still a really nice truck to buy in 2026, and again, you get a lot of nice features for the money. And if you want to look at a Trail Boss LT, you're probably about $75,000 to $78,000. And who knows, maybe if I have a chance, maybe I'll compare those two. That might be a good video. See you guys in the next one.